Now we're going to take a look at what to do when a client comes into your KvCORE and how to process them and the best way to get the best conversion to process them. So the first thing, you have some clients in there. You want to click on these three lines to expand your dashboard. You're going to go to Smart CRM and you're going to pick a client. I have a fake client I put in, John Smith, so this doesn't do John Snow, but this is alright too. John Smith is just a fake client, not real. And then of course, because it's not real, I don't have a phone number. So it's a buyer. It shows here that this is when they were added in 4 minutes ago. It's assigned to me and owned by me. I haven't transferred it and I haven't shared it with anybody, which I can do. Now right now it's a new lead. When the client replies back, they'll become an active lead. So the way you read the middle is you look right here and it comes up. Agent comes down to me. My lender's on my profile, so they get a copy of the lead as well. And then it goes right here and starts trying to work out and see if this is real or not. Now, the way if I wanted to call them, for one of the 5 things you need to do every time when you get clients, you call them, you text them, you send them right here on an alert, a campaign, and a market report. We're going to walk through that together. So I would click call, it'll open up, and I hit call client now. I'll show you an example of what it'll look like. If you hit call and it opens up, you hit call now, and then once you click call now, it calls to your phone, and then after you go through and it calls your phone and you answer, it's going to go back and call the client. And that's just a way you can go through and kind of see it that way. Now you can add a note, you can add an email. This would be where you would text. So of course you try to call. If they don't answer, try to call again. They don't answer, text them, then try to call again. And then you'll make sure that they can't answer, they haven't, not ignoring you. And then you send them a text. So call, text, and you're going to skip down to search alert. What this is, an MLS drip is what this search alert is. So you're going to come here and go to add. And then once you add it, let's say I want to live in 78218, for example, just a zip code. I know they have a lot of homes. Or you could draw it on the map, or you could type in a city, whatever you want to do to make it work, it doesn't matter. So I put the area in there and it's good to go that way. And then I could set the frequency, maybe twice a week. The listing type, single family. My price range will be max 350. I don't want anything under 325. And then the beds, 3 beds, 2 baths. And then you literally just go through and fill it out and have the rest. Once everything looks good and it all looks great, you go right here and you click save and send. And then once you hit save and send, it shows there's only one result for that tiny price between the 300 at that point for that price in that area. So then if I had a real email, it would be sending that to me every couple days, twice weekly, as you can see right here. I'm going to go back to the timeline here. So that's where the alert. Now you see there's an alert here with the MLS drip. Now I want to put them on a campaign. If I open the campaign, I pick something like, say, default new lead buyer, and then I add it. It's that easy. Click add, pick the campaign, and then hit add, and it will add the campaign. You can put 2 campaigns if you want. If you have like a buyer, but they're also a seller, you could put both, however you want to do it, and it would go through. And then I would add a market report. Remember, I'm in 78218, the same as my alert there. I go through and click it right there. After I click it and it looks right there and it looks good, I'm going to go to send the report every 28 days, and then I'm going to add it. What that does is it sends out a market report. It talks about what's happening in the market right now. So it shows like price reductions, how many homes are in the market, all that. So the client knows what's happening right now in their market. So again, call, text, search alert, active campaign, market report. And then if you have a seller, you would go here to listing valuation and you would hit add and you would put in their location. And then once you're done doing that, when you put in their location, it's going to pop open. And then right here, it'll say update and send. And if you click update and send, it'll send your client a CMA with a range of values. And then you'd have to do whatever script you called for your client. Like call them and say, hey, did you get a copy of the value I just sent you? I always like to play the game like, hey, to see where you sit on that value, because it was a range, we need to know if you've done any updates. And then people love to talk about their updates. So then they'll be like, yeah, I did this, and just be quiet and listen to their updates. And then once they've gone through and told you, you make an appointment to go see them. And then at that point, you do a listing presentation without them realizing it. Very simple. So again, the 5 things you do to get here, you'll be here at your dashboard. You'll go to Smart CRM. You're going to click on the person's name. And then once it opens, you're going to get it here. You're going to call them, text them, put them on an alert, a campaign, a market report. And then if they're a seller, you throw in a listing valuation as well. If you do that to every single person that comes in, it's going to be really good and you're going to be happy, and then you're going to get a high conversion. And I'm just opening the market report right now because it gave me an option to view the report. So this is what your client's going to see, just so you can see this. If it loads up, it takes 1 second. So that's what happened. It shows you what I did. I put them on a drip. I put them on a new lead. I put them on a market report, and then it's loading up. So here's the market report that they get. The average list price in that area, the average price reductions, new listings, all that. And then it shows a kind of an active listing health and the average listing price over the last so long for the last 6 months. So this is a good, easy way. If you send it out every 30 days, it'll keep them in track of the market. Hope that's helpful. Talk to you soon.